Good day, everyone. So now we have another module for today, which is module 14 or waves. So here in waves, of course, we analyze waves, different types of waves. So dito our learn objective lang natin is para ma-determine natin yung velocity. So we have two different types of wave. First is the transverse wave and longitudinal wave. So mamaya i-elaborate natin siya ng mabilis lang sa concept ng ating module. And then magka-calculate tayo dito ng sound level intensity of different source of sound. So may mga decibels tayo ma-encounter dito sa ating module. So let's have the definition of waves. So in a wave is a disturbance that travels through a medium. Okay, so wave, kung makikita natin, ito sa Tagalog, ito ay alon. Okay, nagkakaroon ng alon dahil nagkakaroon ng disturbance, of course, disturbance, and nagkakaroon ng applied force siguro doon sa isang medium. So medium, depende yan. Medium, pwedeng air, pwedeng water. Sa air, may waves din dyan. Hindi lang masyadong visible. And sa water, meron din disturbance din or wave. So kaya umaalon yung water bodies natin. Sa string, string is a medium din para mag-travel yung waves. So halimbawa, as you can see dito sa ating figure, assume that meron kang tali. Okay, na nakakabit sa isang fixed wall or fixed point. So, kapag ginalaw mo siya or nilaro mo yung string na yon up and down, magkakaroon ng alon, magpuproduce ng alon dun sa string. Even the guitar, so kung marunong kayo mag-gitara, kung nag-gitara kayo, nagpa-plucking kayo sa gitara, that's an example ng wave na puproduce dahil dun sa string niya. No? So, pag ini-strum natin yun, or pinapluck natin yun, nagkakaroon ng vibration doon sa may mismong string or nagkakaroon ng waves dun sa mismong spring. Okay, so gaya na sabi natin kanina, we have two different types of wave. We have the transverse wave, una yan. So dito sa ating transverse waves, the particles of the medium vibrate in path perpendicular to the direction the wave moves. So dito, yung ating particles, so as you can see, meron tayo dyan 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, hindi lang siya basta number. Those are the particles of the medium. Sinabi nating medium, gaya ng binanggit natin kanina, pwedeng air, pwedeng water bodies, or water, or string. So ito, assume that ito ay rope or string. Ano? So yung particles 1, 2, 3, and 4, gumagalaw yan taas, baba. Okay? So yung direction naman move, ay direction naman ng wave is nagmo-move papuntang kanan. Okay? So nag-umaalon yung papuntang kanan. So in formulas, we have linear density mu. Ang unit niya is kg over m or kilogram per meter, and ang formula niya is mass over length. Okay. And for the velocity of the transverse wave, SV is equal to square root of t over mu. So isa sa mga example dito sa transverse wave is yung sa gitara, yung string sa gitara. Pag in-strum natin yun or pinlock natin yung isang string sa gitara, ang motion ng ating wave doon is along the length of the string. So, kumbaga pahiga. And then yung movement naman ng particle ng string is taas-baba. Kaya perpendicular yung motion ng wave and the movement of the particle. Kaya pumapasok siya as example of transverse wave. So moving forward to our next type of wave is the longitudinal wave. When we say longitudinal wave, the path in which the particles vibrate are parallel to the direction of the wave travels. So halimbawa, meron tayong piston. So piston is na-encounter na natin yan sa pressure na topic natin. Ano, mabilis lang. So sa Pascal's law, may encounter natin si piston. Anyway, sa piston, so ito kasi illustration natin is somehow para siyang piston. Ano? So kapag nag-push ka, pinush mo yan, magko-create siya ng wave doon sa loob na to. So papuntang kanan o papuntang kaliwa. Depende sa gagawin nating direction. Kung pa-push ba, papuntang kanan. Kung pa-pull, papuntang kaliwa. And then, meron tayong mga particles niya sa loob. Pag parang tinutulak siya, kaya yung motion ng particles and yung direction ng wave is parallel. So dun siya papasok sa longitudinal wave. So in formulas, we have V is equal to square root of B or the bulk modules over rho o yung density. So for fluids, ito yung ginagamit natin na formula ng velocity pagdating sa longitudinal wave. But for solids, we use V is equal to square root of Y or the Young's modulus over density rho. So, depende yan kung anong medium na na-encounter natin sa wave. So, depende, water or copper wire siguro, ganun pwede din. So, binibigay naman yung mga values na yan sa problem or nagbibigay ng table as reference sa pag-solve ng problems. Another, we have here the velocity, frequency, and wavelength. The velocity v of a wave is related to the frequency f and the wavelength. Okay, yun yung symbol ng, ito yung symbol ng wavelength. Okay, so v is equal to the product of frequency and wavelength. So madali lang siyang tandaan. Okay. For sinusoidal wave, a one-dimensional sinusoidal wave is one for which the positions of the elements of the medium vary sinusoidally. A sinusoidal wave traveling to the right can be expressed with wave function y. Xt is equal to a sine 2 pi wavelength or 2 pi over wavelength multiplied by quantity x minus velocity and then time or period. So tatandaan lang din natin yung formula na ito. Okay, so another sets of formula. We have your angular wave number k. So I hope huwag kayong malilito sa k na ginagamit, ano? Yung k minsan spring constant, minsan dito angular wave number. So actually binabanggit naman sa problem, so hindi rin kayo ganun malilito. For k here na angular wave number, we can solve it by using the formula 2 pi over wavelength. For angular wave number k is the ratio between 2 pi and then the wavelength. Okay, we have here angular frequency wherein omega is equal to 2 pi over t or yung time or period natin, which is equal to 2 pi f lang din naman. Okay, so ito yung mostly ginagamit natin. Product ng 2 pi sa frequency. Also, we have the intensity of sound waves. The intensity of a periodic sound wave, which is the power per unit area. So itong ating intensities of sound waves, pwede itong gamitin natin. But pwede rin natin gamitin yung intensity I is equal to yung power over unit area. So, pwede natin gamitin yan. Pero at the same time, pwede rin natin gamitin yung I is equal to angular frequency or yung 2 pi f times velocity times yung mass density of the medium or density of the medium and then yung S sub O. Okay. Or I is equal to pressure amplitude squared over 2 rho V. Okay, so pwedeng gamitin yan. Pinakabisado lang din naman yung formulas na yan. And lastly, we have the sound intensity level in decibels. So naka-decibel lang ito. So the sound level Q is defined by the equation B is equal to 10 logarithm of I or the reference intensity. Yan yung value niya. Yan yung value niya lagi. So constant yan. Hindi yan magbabago. Over yung I sub O natin na intensity in watts. Parehas lang sila ng unit. So ito madalas is yung given. Okay, so itong I sa taas is constant. Automatic 1 times 10 raised to negative 12 watts per square meter ang kanyang value. So, I hope lahat ng formulas is tandaan natin. So, para makapag-solve tayo ng problem. So, now let's proceed in solving different problems related to waves. For our first example in our module na wave, we have example number 1. Determine the velocity of a transverse wave in a string whose length is 4 meters and with a total mass of 20 grams when a tension of 100 Newton is applied. So kanina, meron tayong mga forms na in-introduce, pero sulat muna natin yung given natin. We have a length ng string natin na 4 meters. Tapos, binigyan din tayo ng mass na 20 grams. So ito ay nakakonect sa isang string. And then yung tension natin, yun yung T sa ating formula, yung tension, Newton. Tension ng string. So ang pinapahanap sa atin is yung velocity ng ating transverse wave. And by formula, ito ay yung tension T over yung mu natin o yung ating linear density. Pero itong mu na yan is equal din yan sa M or yung mass over yung length ng ating medium o ng ating string. So, substitute lang natin yung values natin. Make sure na align yung ating mga units. So, we have 100 Newton And for our mass, kailangan naka-kilogram yan. Therefore, yan ay 0.2 kilogram. And for our length, yan ay 4 meters. So, paki-input lang natin sa CalCube para ma-identify yung values natin. So, we have 20 square root of 5. Okay, kulang ako ng 0. Okay. Kulang ako ng 0 sa ating kilogram. Dalawang decimal lang yung nagalaw. Anyway, if you input that in your calculator, you will have 141.421 meters. So, ito na ang ating final answer for example number 1. So, nag-direct substitution lang tayo. So, we have here example number 2. Determine the speed of a longitudinal wave in water if the bulk modulus of water is 0.23 times 10 raised to 11 times per centimeter squared. So, pinapa-identify sa atin is yung velocity natin. So, pagdating sa longitudinal wave, so meron tayong formula na pag fluid ang ating medium, which is in this problem is water, ating formula is square root of bulk modulus over the density ng ating medium. Well, in this case, medium is water, therefore ang kanyang density is 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter. So, yung bulk modulus, binigyan tayo ng 0.23 times 10 raised to 11 dynes per cm squared. Kaya lang, hindi nakamatch dun sa ating unit ng density. Therefore, i-convert natin yan sa Newton per mm squared. So, para mangyari yun, divide lang natin siya sa 10. So, 1 Newton per mm squared is equal to 10 dynes per mm squared. So, kuha natin ay 0.23 or 2.23. 2.3, I should say. 2.3 raised to 9. Ang unit na niya is Newton per m squared. So, plug in lang natin sa ating formula. We have a square root of 2.3 times 10 raised to 9 over yung density na 1,000. So, we will have 1,516.575 meter per second. So, yan ang ating velocity ng ating longitudinal wave sa water. So another module, another example here, example number 3. We have the sound intensity, 5 meters from a jackhammer is 4.2 by 10 raised to negative 2 watts per m squared or meter squared. Determine the sound intensity level in decibels if I sub O is equal to 1 times 10 raised to negative 12 W m squared. So meron tayong 5 meters. So ito yung ating radius. Okay. Okay. So, kumbaga, sync ko lang din. Halimbawa, nandito yung source of sound natin, itong point na to. Yung distance from this point to this point, ayan, yung point na yan, is same lang sa intensity na na-experience sa point na ito, given that R na yan, o yung distance nila mula dito sa source is parehas lang. Okay, intensity dito is equal sa intensity dito. Okay. Anyway, let's proceed. Binigyan din tayo ng sound intensity na I sub O na 4.2 o I lang yung binigay nila. Okay, so yung I sub O natin is 1 times 10 raised to negative 12 watts per meter squared. So ito yung constant na sinabi sa atin kanina. So may I tayo na 4.20 times 10 raised to negative 2. So ang pinapahanap sa atin dito is sound intensity level in decibels. So yun yung B na kanina nasa formula natin. So we have 10 logarithm of I over I sub O. So substitute lang natin yung values, 10 logarithm of 4.20 times 10 raised to negative 2 over 1 times 10 raised to negative 12. So if isi-simplify natin, we will have 106 decibels. Okay, so yun yung final answer natin. So direct substitution lang. So kung nagtataka kayo bakit wala akong pinaggamitan yung 5 meters, so gaya ng pinakita ko kanina, ito ay pare-parehas lang na na-experience na intensity. Ayan. Pare-parehas na intensity yung na-experience ng mga point na to basta equal distance sila from the source. So yung R na yon ay yung 5 na yon. Ginagamit to kapag halimbawa pinapasok sa atin yung power So binigyan tayo ng I. Di ba meron tayong by definition, intensity is the ratio of the power uh, and the area. Or in, syempre, yung area natin is equal sa pi r squared. So doon natin gagamitin yun. Pag pinapasolve yung power, tapos binigyan tayo ng I, so doon natin ginagamit yan. Baka lang kasi isipin nyo saan gagamitin yung 5, just in case lang. So, tinatanong lang naman sa atin is sound intensity level in decibels. So, hindi natin kailangan yun dahil meron tayong ready-made na formula. Let's proceed to our next example. A last example for module waves. Example 4, in a factory, 3 machines produce noise with intensity level. So, binigyan tayo ng intensity sound level na naka-decibel. So, sabihin natin, ito ay yung 1, so 85 decibels. We have B sub 2 is equal to 90, and then 93 yung isa. Okay, so pinapahanap dyan yung intensity level ng tatlong machine pag sabay-sabay silang ginamit with their decibels na 85, 90, and 93. So, meron tayong formula kanina na B is equal to 10 logarithm of I over I sub O. Okay, so yung I sub O natin is constant yan na 1.0 times 10 raised to negative 12 W over M squared. So, pwede natin gawin dyan. Substitute lang natin yung kada isang decibel natin. Ano? So, 85 is equal to 10 logarithm of yung I na hinahanap natin, I sub 1, para dun sa first machine. I sub O is 1 times 10 raised to negative 12. So, we will have value ng I sub 1. So, mamaya natin i-input. So, for 90, so lagay natin 90 decibel is equal to 10 logarithm of I sub 2 over 1 times 10 raised to negative 12. So I sub 2. And lastly, for 93, 10 logarithm of I sub 3 over 1 times 10 raised to negative 12. So magkakaroon tayo ng value ng I sub 3. So dito sa I sub 1, gumamit lang tayo ng shape solve. Pwede naman din 3.162 times 10 raised to negative 4 watts per meter squared. So, yun yung I sub 1. And then, ganun lang din yung gamitin natin sa I sub 2 and I sub 3 para makuha natin yung values nila. Medyo matagal lang sa calculator pag nag-shift. So, for our I sub 2, we will have I times 10 raised to negative 3 watts per meter squared. And lastly, for our I sub 3 is 1.995 times 10 raised to negative 3 watts per meter squared. So, kunin natin yung intensity natin, yung total intensity. So, ang tinatanong kasi is intensity level, but in decibel. Ano? So, parang ito rin yung kinukuha natin, yung total. Ayan. So, I is equal to I sub 1 plus I sub 2 plus I sub 3. Okay, so total lang natin yan, 3.162 times 10 raised to negative 4 plus 1 times 10 raised to negative 3 plus 1.995 times 10 negative 3. So, ang ating I is equal to 3.311 times 10 raised to negative 3 watts per meter squared. And lastly, gamitin ulit natin yung ating formula na 10 logarithm of I over I sub O. Okay, plug in natin yung mga nakuha nating values na 3.311 times 10 raised to negative 3. And then yung constant I sub O natin na 1 times 10 raised to negative 12. So ang ating value is equal to 95.1995 or 95.2 decibels. So, ito yung ating value. So, I hope clear yung ating module, module natin dito sa waves. I hope naintindihan na yung mabilis nating concept sa waves. Tandaan lang natin yung mga formulas natin sa pag-solve and pag-analyze ng ating waves. Ano? So, dito na-encounter natin yung sound intensity, of course, yung mga iba pang formulas. So, malaking bagay na kabisado natin formula, and at the same time, be mindful and careful sa ating units and sa ating conversion factors. Hindi pa pwedeng direct substitution lang. Kung minsan kasi nasa choices din ng exam o ng questions, yung mga maling sagot. So be careful lang sa inyong solution. And that would be all for our module today. I hope you understand the concept and formulas. And if you have concerns and questions sa ating module, feel free to raise it sa ating group chat para masagot natin agad. Thank you for watching our lecture video for today.